her arch-nemesis is a seriously villainous villain. Jessica went through some horrific things when the villainous Purple Man control of her mind during her days as Jewel. The Purple Man, also known as Zebediah Kilgrave, used his psychic powers to make her a prisoner, forcing her to live with him and subjecting her to all manner of psychological torment. He ultimately sent her out to eliminate Daredevil, which ended with the Avengers beating her into a coma. She survived all of that and then decided to pick up the pieces and help people not as a superhero, but as Jessica Jones. She's played the superhero field. Jessica is so cool that superpowered men are pretty much the only ones who can catch her attention. She's had romantic relationships with plenty of heavy-hitting superheroes. After pining for Peter Parker in high school and not knowing he was fighting until they were Avengers together, she had a thing for Daredevil for a while. Then she moved on to Ant-Man, and the two of them dated for months. After that, she started having one-night stands with various civilians and heroes alike, including Luke Cage, whom she'd go on to marry. She's a proud mother. Luke Cage and Jessica Jones are parents. They had a daughter, Danielle Cage, named after Luke's partner and fellow hero for hire Danny Rand at the Iron Fist. In true superhero style, the baby was delivered by Dr. Strange in the Sanctum Sanctorum, his mystical home in Greenwich Village. She's actually a 21st century hero. Jessica wasn't introduced until September 2001. New characters are typically hard to bring into the fold, but Marvel was clever, tying her fictional history to the greater Marvel mythology. She gets her superpowers after a car accident on a trip paid for by Tony Stark, for example. Then later, she wakes from a coma exactly as Galactus invades Fantastic Four 48. She and Luke Cage are married. Luke Cage is a hugely influential character in Marvel Comics. He was one of the first black superheroes and has unbreakable skin with superhuman strength. He's also deeply in love with Jessica, and they have a daughter together. She runs her own private eye business. After being a superhero, Jessica decided to use her unique powers, knowledge, and experience in another way, by opening up a private investigations office with a focus on superhero-related incidents. She was quickly sought by heroes and villains alike, and the business thrived. She was a full-blown superhero, but she ditched the costume. Superheroes hang up their capes all the time, but they pretty much never stay retired. Jessica actually left her superhero identity behind. As a costumed hero, Jessica went by Jewel and Nitrous, doing the whole full-fledged superhero bit despite not finding it too fulfilling. Her time in spandex didn't last long, though, as some experiences having her mind controlled by a bad guy prompted her to leave the hero game. She was offered a spot in S.H.I.E.L.D., but she declined, deciding instead to start her own private investigation firm. She once ripped off Jonah Jameson for charity. In a move that would make Robin Hood proud, Jessica totally ripped off Jonah Jameson. The Daily Bugle head honcho once hired Jessica to investigate to find Spider-Man's identity. She took the assignment, billed Jonah for all manner of things, and used the money to help fund soup kitchens, orphanages, and hospitals. She was the leader of the new Avengers. Jessica has been an honorary Avenger for a while, living in Avengers Tower with Luke Cage and their baby Danielle. She was involved in everything except the actual punching. After realizing that she was really the only person who could protect her husband and child, though, Jessica formally joined the new Avengers. Rather than dusting off her old superhero persona, Jewel, she instead called herself Power Woman. For a time, she actually led the new Avengers. She was initially a version of Spider-Woman. Titled Jessica debuted in, Alias was originally going to be about Jessica Drew, aka Spider-Woman. Marvel was uncomfortable having an established character in a more grown-up, darker book, however, so creator Brian Michael Bendis invented a totally new hero, changing Jessica Drew to Jessica Jones. This allowed him to up the ante, making Alias even grittier and more mature. Plus, now Jessica Drew and Jessica Jones are pals. She was there when a radioactive spider bit Peter Parker. Not only did Marvel intermingle Jessica into the fabric of the Marvel Universe years after the fact with a few lines of clever dialogue, they also put her in front and center at one of the biggest moments in comic history. Not only did Jessica go to high school with Peter Parker, she also had a thing for him, and she was on the field trip that turned him into Spider-Man. She helped usher in the R-rated side of Marvel. Marvel Comics broke the outdated Comics Code Authority in 2001, establishing Marvel MAX, an R-rated, adult-themed line where pretty much anything was fair game. This is where the Punisher could be seen actually punishing wrongdoers, where Deadpool could get away with any language he wanted, where mature behavior was welcomed. Alias, Jessica's book, was one of the first Marvel Max titles, running for 28 issues from 2001-2004.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.